안녕하세요. 떵겨누 오빵아 킹타이거 새우 문어 맛있게 먹겠습니다. 좋아요, 구독 한 번씩 부탁드릴게요.
I know y'all miss me. I'm gonna give y'all some lobster. I miss y'all too. I've just been busy. I've been real busy with my vlog channel. Just trying to get it up and going. All right, let me give y'all some of this lobster real quick. And we're gonna talk. We're gonna chit chat. Look at that. Ooh. But yeah. Oh, that's so good. I have the, let me turn this off. I have the warm water lobster today. Look at that, y'all.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is T, and tonight we have fried seafood, y'all. We have fried king crab legs and fried lobster tails. So, of course, you know some of my Alfredo sauce. Tonight, only one person getting a bite, okay? Well, two people. So, April's getting a bite and Beatrice is getting a bite. So, here you go. You know some hungry, right? Come with me, yum. Can't wait, y'all.
This is king crab. I'm gonna eat it, and do you think I'm gonna eat it all?
You want me to break it?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shalom. Call halal Yahawah BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM. RAWCHAA QADASH, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule well, who taught me this truth. No respect and salutations to the fellow AHTHAM, the house of David, the hopefully elect. Peace to the fervent brothers on fire pushing this truth. Yahawah BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BARAK to you, AHTHAM, as well as the sincere YAHAWAH that are listening and learning. This is your brother YAHAWASHI from the Birmingham branch coming to you again with this 100% doctrine. And we're going to get into this dietary law, all right, which, you know, for some of you new people that are tuning in, you may not know, all right, the dietary laws of the fish of the sea on what we should consume and what we should deem to be abominable, all right, as the Lord see fit. See, one thing you got to know for sure of our people, with our people, that this is why they diet and their hygiene is so out of whack, it's out of proportion, because they are literally eating bugs, as you see it on the screen, okay? Now, let's get up a precept real quick. I'm going to start in Proverbs 4. All right, Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying and comforting, all right? Proverbs 4:14, it says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. All right, and we know the top-notch evil is Esau, Edom. Nevertheless, you do have the heathen nations that are wicked as well. Now, Exodus 23:2 tells you, follow not the multitude to do evil. And this is what our people do. They like to indulge in gluttonous. All right? And it doesn't make any sense. And after they indulge in this gluttonous, what? Their children run to it as well. So we're going to get the book of Leviticus out. And I was debating. Matter of fact, let's go to Deuteronomy. And that's what I was debating on, either to pull out Deuteronomy or the Leviticus. But Lord willing, we might have to just go ahead and go to both. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 9. And it reads, "These ye shall eat of all that are in the waters. All that have fins and scales shall ye eat." Simple instructions. Basic, simple commandments that you should follow, right? Verse 10, "And whatsoever hath not fins and scales, ye may not eat. It is unclean unto you." Right? So this never changes. The Most High never changes. His sons never changes. Right? So why would you consider in the New Testament what Paul's speaking of in his dream that everything is now made clean? Right? No. The Lord told you in Genesis everything he made was good. That doesn't mean it is good for you to consume. Now, you take the right-hand side of the screen, you take that off the equation, all you have to do is add some Florida butter or some good cayenne hot pepper sauce. Will this taste good to you? You got to ask yourself that. If these bugs on land, right, has butter, has sauce, and you know, just a pile of gumbo, will that be good to you? These things we should not consume. It's simple laws. So let's go to Leviticus. It's simple laws, man. And again, our women, all right, and our men, you know, and I'm speaking on the women because, you know, you wonder why the box don't smell right. Of course, it's the adultery, all right, and many other things on that matter, but the dietary laws are for our living. It's not for our demise. It's not for our destruction. All right? And this is why we're a peculiar people. This is why we're special. We're named as jewels in the Most High. We're named apples of the Most High Eye. All right? And through his son, YAHAWASHI. Right? Why? Because we have been given the laws for life. So if you despise these laws, all right, you're going to receive to yourself damnation, destruction, all right? And we're going to see how many shellfish you people eat during this famine that's going to take place of this place, all right? It's going to take hold of this place very fast, quick, and in a hurry. So let's go to Leviticus chapter 11. Let's start at verse 9. And it reads, and the scriptures reiterate itself, of course, which is a beautiful thing. It says, "These shall ye eat of all that are in the water, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the water, in the seas, and in the rivers. Them shall ye eat." See, your catfish eating pastor is not going to tell you this. He's not going to go over these scriptures, all right? Because that's not for his prosperity, right? He tells you this, we know, all right, it'll turn you away. See, well, we're letting you know that you're eating insects, and the Lord didn't make nothing by mistake. See? Hey, horseshoe crab, octopus. He made these creatures for a reason. All right? This is verse 10, Leviticus 11 and 10. "And all that have not fins and scales, such as catfish, such as crustaceans, as they call it on here, which are insects," it says, "and in the rivers," let's read it from the top, verse 10, Leviticus 11 and 10, "and all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters," it says all that move in the waters, "and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you." You see? So we're going to get that word abomination and see what that gives us in the blue letter, right? Because most of you people just think we're just out here to just come against what you doing, you know, and it's how you doing it as well. People are gluttons out there. You seen the videos. That's why I showed the heathen first. All right. Then I showed the two women that you can look at it and tell that the hygiene is pretty much off. And this is why our women have to do, you know, so much painting face. You see, so much this, that, and the other. Then you got the hair, which is a whole nother story. You see what I'm saying? It's so much stuff, and even these guys as well, man. All right, it's just very, very unhealthy for us. You see, this is abomination, Strong's H8263, detestable thing or idol. An unclean thing, an abomination, detestation. You see, so this is a detestable thing that your people consuming woefully and willingly. Now, that evil man, of course, Esau, Edom, makes it a delicacy. All right? Makes it for you to think that this is the right thing to do. But here it is. We have swine on the menu in our everyday lives. All right? We have these challenges, these prawn challenges, these rock lobster, lobster tail, grill, fried alligator meat, all this reptilian bug in water shit you eating will lead to your destruction, man. Will lead to an off diet and off balance, and we're going to get that in the scriptures as well, because the Most High, man, he's always been straight to the point, right? It's up to you to receive that. So let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 9 and get this in verse 10, I'm going to read it again. And whatsoever have not fins and scales, ye may not eat. It is unclean unto you. Let's get that word unclean. All right. And again, this is why the nations hate us, man. This is the Strong's H2931. Tami, or Tami. It says, unclean, impure, ethically, and ritually, of places, polluted, defiled, infamous. You see? So a Google definition of unclean, it gives you dirty and sinful. Why is this in the Webster's? Why is this in a straight Google definition on unclean? It tells you dirty, filthy, grubby, grimy, mucky, foul, impure, adulterated. Oh, shit. That goes back to idols. You see that? So nothing sinful, immoral, bad, wicked, evil, corrupt. All right? And we can continue on and on and on of things and synonyms that are related to unclean. You know? And again, this is why these nations hate us, man, because we have been given the laws. You see? This is the book of Romans. I'm going to jump down to verse, this is chapter 1, verse 32. And it reads, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Now we're going to what? The backbiters, the boasters, all right, the inventors of evil things, the disobedient. You're being disobedient, all right, not following the dietary laws, and guess what you do? Your kids is going to follow right behind you. This is a wicked thing to do. This is deceit, malicious. You see? This is unmerciful, right? See, you're mad at the man that's bringing you this full 100% truth, the testimony of YAHAWASHI, telling you that this is wrong. You're mad at that. But here it is, you know, when it's time for deliverance and salvation, when YAHAWASHI crack those clouds with the host, you're going to get called out for this. You see? True indeed. So you committing such things, commandment, which you're breaking, a transgression, then you're worthy of death. And of course, Romans 1 going into the lustfulness and that working, which is unpleasant, you know, man on man, woman on woman. All right, this shit is just going rampant around here in America and of course across the board as well, right? But we're pointing on, of course, the dietary laws, and this is not omitted. This is not omitted. You get 100,000 views off you doing a challenge of cracking crab and throwing it in your mouth, and it's pretty disgusting what goes in a man's or a woman's. All right, it does come out, but guess what sticks in your bowels and your intestines, man. You see that we get into a whole nother realm here when you're speaking of stuff, all right, that you should not consume. All right, just as the brother Dawada put out Funyuns and Fagos. You know, hey, eat prawns and lobster. It does the same thing to you. It kills you. It destroys you. Let's go to the book of Proverbs again, back in Proverbs. All right, let's get chapter 23 out. And this is, I'm start at 19. And it reads, "Hear thou, my son, and be wise." Where do you get wisdom from? You get wisdom from this book, from the scriptures, if the Lord is dealing with you. It says, "And guide thine heart in the way." Yeah, guide your mind in the way. What way? The way that is right. All right? A way that is right. Again, you lay this on a platform to your catfish eating pastor. He will not dive into this. You see, because the scripture said rivers as well. You're talking about bottom feeders, man. And this is what you are. You're a bottom feeder if you consume these things. This is entirely disgusting, man. And you wonder why, you know, you don't have correct bowels, you know, BM, bowel movement. You wonder why stuff extremely smells or stinks and has a whiff to it that is unbearable. All right, because you consume these things, is oozing out your pores. All right, such as cold cuts. All right, no pun intended. But if you eating goddamn cold cuts, swine, all right, on top of swine, on top of bacon, then this shit oozes out your pores, man. Your body tells that difference. All right, this is why people get their foot cut off and become diabetics at a certain age. You know, younger every day, getting cancer or what have you. You know, it says, this is verse 20. I'm gonna read that again. Verse 19. "Hear thou, my son, and be wise." And this is go to the women as well. But my son, you know, you're supposed to lead your woman, right? It says, "And guide thine heart in the way. Be not among wine bibbers or riotous eaters of flesh." You see that? Riotous eaters of flesh. And again, those buffets are set up for you to fall. Those buffets are for your destruction. Those are, and on those buffets, those are not the purest of foods. That's why they call it a buffet. They get the bottom of the bottom and give it to you people for $11.99. And then you go get the fighting over a motherfucking crab leg, over a bug. This is horrible. All right, so be not among these people. Verse 21, the point, "For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty." It says the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty. And again, you're on that way that is not right. You're following the multitude to do evil. All right? A glutton, let's get that. It's a simple Google definition. It says, an excessively greedy eater. And you see these women, man. Then the lady put a kid out there, man. I mean, damn, Israel. Shit. 21 again, Proverbs 23 and 21. "For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty." And check this out. "And drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags." You wonder why you're out of shape. You wonder why you're looking lazy. You wonder why you ain't looking upbeat. You wonder why your countenance is way down on a bottom level, because you've been bottom feeding and you've been taught to eat things that are detestable to your spirit, things that are detestable, all right, to your mind, your body, and your soul. All right, and this is why the scriptures let us know and give us grave detail on what we should consume and what we should not consume, how to walk away that is right and how not, all right, to walk away that is wicked. So let's end this off in the book of 1 John. Bear with me. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5. I'm going to start at 2. It says, by this we know that we love the children of the Most High, when we love the Most High. So we love the children of God when we love God, right? How do you love God? Following the way that is right, doing the things that is pleasing unto Him, right? Having faith, having works, being a believer, all right? First and foremost, you have to believe. It says, and, keep His commandments. Did we not go over Leviticus 11 and 9 through 12? Did we not go over Deuteronomy 14, 9 and 10? Simple, man. It's nothing you can waver from those scriptures. All right? It's nothing you can bring up. It's nothing that you can rebuttal. There's no precepts of that to say this is not right. You know, it is what it is. Verse 3, it says, for this is the love of the Most High, that we what? Keep His commandments. You see that? To the best of our ability, because it's very impossible to keep all the laws in its entirety, being in captivity, being that we are in chains. You see? It says, and His commandments, he said, and His commandments are not grievous. And this is what we're giving to you, man. We're giving to you things that are right to your spirit, your body, your soul, your mind, right? The scriptures say these commandments are not grievous. All these things you get to consume, all the lamb, all the cattle, all right? Part of the hoof and chew of the cud. I mean, if you don't understand, all the fishes in the sea, the salmon, all right? Yeah, I mean, it's so that the trout, all right? The rainbow trout, all right? I mean, come on, man, the amberjack. It's so many things that we can consume to stay away from these things that fucks up our body, man. This is why your auntie got a lump in her neck. This is why your uncle has gout. Things that we should not be eating, because the commandment's not grievous, right? Verse 4, 1 John 5 and 4. For whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world. And this is a tough thing to do. If you've been brought up, especially in the islands or on the coast, on the, you know, near water, you're gonna be tempted, you know, to indulge and glutton yourself in these detestable things and these abominations. The scripture tells you that the carcass even should be abomination. So you shouldn't even be around that. You want to eat a hermit crab. You know, these things that these so-called Asians, all right, indulge themselves in. You want to be just like that, because you throw butter on it, some mayonnaise and hot sauce. Is all delicious now. You still eating bugs, man. You eating roaches, man. You eating water roaches, right? It says, for whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world, which we are striving to do, right? We're trying to endure that, right? And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. So the things that you're overcoming, yeah, it's a test, it's a trial, but you should be putting this away, all right? And coming to the way that is good, man. It says, verse 5, last one, says, who is he that overcometh the world, but he that believeth that YAHAWASHI is the Son of the living power. You see that? Who is he but he that believe? And if you believe, you do. All right? If you do, you research. If you research, you study, you show yourself approved, you will not be taken, all right, by the detestable things that surround us in our everyday life, man. So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying and confident to the point. Hey, shalom, on to the next one.